Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Crypto markets took an absolute beating today on the news that Binance and CZ a little bit of trouble with some of the authorities. And I went into great detail in this in my very last video, so check that out if you haven't. Here was a headline from Cointelegraph, though. Crypto markets mixed as traders digest Department of Justice action against Binance and CZ. And so ultimately, CZ, founder and former CEO of Binance, looking at upwards of 18 months in prison, apparently committed a felony. He pled guilty to it, actually. Binance going to pay a fine of $4.3 billion. CZ paid he's going to pay $50 million as a penalty, and he's out on bond. And he had to put up $175 million. So I covered all the details in the last video. Check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But let's talk about markets in this video, because I'll just tell you this. People were in absolute panic today. And so you know what I did? I took advantage of that market fear. I purchased the fear of those people that were willing to sell their fear to me. I purchased their fear. That's exactly what I did. And so, honestly, I backed up the truck. I don't actually own a truck, but I backed up the truck, and I went on a little bit of a shopping spree. You know what I'm saying? But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now, I would love to hear from you how you guys responded to this news today, and did you do anything in terms of market participation? Did you take advantage of these early Black Friday sales and load up on a bunch of crypto? Or did you not? Were you just observing? Were you a bit more passive? I decided to load it up, but here's the thing, and I've been vocal about this for probably at least months at this point, that I know I've had too much money in a personal checking account because, well, I mean, you got to put it somewhere. Like, I keep earning money. It's got to go somewhere. But it's recently gotten to a point where I was like, okay, this is an unreasonable amount to have just sitting in cash, which is just getting obliterated by inflation, obviously. Got to put it somewhere. And so even though I don't feel that I need to purchase more crypto in order to have life-changing wealth when things do go ballistic, I do need to do something with my money. And I keep sitting here thinking, what do I do? Where am I going to get the most impact, the most bang for my buck? And the obvious answer is crypto. And still, I believe in diversification, so it's not that literally all of it's going there. But I have to do something with it. And so I bought a bunch of stuff. I've been buying a lot of stuff lately, in fact. Because more time passes, I'm just sitting here with my bags have been packed for years, actually, in particular, because I'm waiting for that XRP money, you know what I'm saying? I've been ready for a long, long time. But since time keeps passing, and then, you get a capitulation event like this, yeah, I'm buying. And fine, it's not as big of a capitulation event as happened in November of last year with the collapse of FTX. Fine, I understand. It's not quite the same thing. It's not like one of the world's largest Ponzi or largest cryptocurrency exchanges was found out to be a Ponzi. That happened a year ago. That's not what happened here. But still, earlier today, there were a bunch of, I was looking at the 24-hour change in price for so many cryptos. It was easy to find coins that were down over 10%, 15%, whatever it was. And you've seen a little bit of a move to the upside since then. I don't know if that's going to be sustained at this point. And then, in case anybody's curious, what time is it? It's 10:10 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday, November 21st. And XRP sitting here at 59 cents. Bitcoin at 36,477 bucks, but Bitcoin did get as low as the upper 35,000. So Bitcoin didn't perform as poorly as alts, just broadly speaking. And so as I scroll down, for those of you looking at the screen, you can see we're still looking at a sea of red. Percentage-wise, it doesn't look as bad as it did this morning, this afternoon. Still pretty bad, though. So when I saw this, I didn't feel scared. I felt excited. Because it's stupid to feel scared when this stuff happens. And I already knew that I already had a stupid amount of money that I shouldn't have. Like, it needs to be put to work somewhere. And so I was like, I'm going on a little shopping spree. And so I just thought I'd share with you what I've been doing, because I did start purchasing in October, and I talked about most of it, but I haven't literally talked about every single purchase. So I just thought, for the fun of it, because this is always a fun topic to talk about, what the hell I've been buying and what my general outlook on this is. And you guys can just critique me and tell me why I'm wrong and stupid and bad in the comment section below. That's perfectly fine. To each their own. I have my own strategy. You've got yours. That's totally cool. But I do want to be clear. Also, even though I already said my disclaimer, this is not an invitation to copy me. I'm going to share with you what I did, what I've done, because I've got my own goals, my own outlook on this, but I'm just a dude on the internet. I could be wrong. It could all go to zero. There's nothing special about me. I don't have a finance background. I'm just doing things with the magic internet money. That's pretty much it. So I'll tell you what I bought here and give you my general justification as to why I did it. But, let time pass and we'll see how it unfolds. It's a continuation of what I've been doing for myself, my investment strategy in crypto for the last 6 years. It's a continuation of that. And it's just, I didn't know that I'd be doing this 6 years later, like to this degree, because we had the whole bungled situation with XRP and like the kind of changed the timeline compared to what I would have expected necessarily. But still, that's opportunity. So when things finally do get going here, like I suspect I'm going to be very happy with this. And so I bought a bunch of coins, and here's what I bought. Some of this was today, but I've also made a number of purchases leading back to, I guess it was before Bitcoin started running into the 30,000. So maybe, I don't know if Bitcoin, I can't remember if it was like 25, 26, 27,000, whatever it was. I was making some purchases. That's when I started anyway. Because I was like, I have too much cash and this is stupid. Not that I was thinking I need to buy more crypto now, but it's just like, I got to put the money somewhere. If I'm earning money, I don't want to just sit there. So that's where it was. So it was whatever point in October, when before Bitcoin started running, that's when I started. And then even after Bitcoin ran, I noticed that there are still a lot of altcoins that really, if you look at how they've performed over the last year, even if they're not literally at the lowest point that they've been in the last 12 months, some of them aren't that much higher, but a lot of them even today, and I think this is why there's so much opportunity with altcoins right now, they're way below their all-time highs. And I'm talking even the respected, air quotes, respected, and trusted, because talking about large cap coins here, like if a coin's large cap, people, that's a vote of confidence. It's getting boosted to the top of the list or close to the top anyway, right? And so for me, I've been purchasing large and mid cap coins pretty much exclusively here, and I'm just noticing that they're far off. A lot of them really far off from their all-time highs, and so my suspicion is that maybe not all, maybe it won't be all of them. In fact, it probably won't. A lot of them are going to get back to their all-time highs in enterprise discovery. And so what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to get broader exposure. Now, consider this too. My favorite crypto and my largest individual crypto holding, it's XRP, right? Everybody knows that if you've been following my channel. I'm not exactly shy about making that known, but I'll tell you this, and I don't think I've said this before, and I'm not going to share the quantity of any crypto I hold or what it's worth in United States dollars. I probably won't ever do that. But I will tell you this. My XRP holdings, and it varies obviously because price go up, price goes down for every crypto, right? But my XRP holdings are typically worth about four times more, sometimes 5 times more, than my second largest individual crypto holding, which is Bitcoin. And it varies. It's all over the place. And Bitcoin isn't even always number 2. In fact, HBAR is my third largest holding currently. And I'm like, these are serious positions. I say that subjectively, like to me, it's a lot. Not everybody would think it's a lot, but I think most people probably say, yeah, it's a fair amount. But HBAR is my third, and it's a little bit less dollar-wise than Bitcoin at this point. And I don't think it's going to stay like that. Like, obviously, in terms of returns, I think Bitcoin, I got a fair bit of it. But that's not where the real opportunity lies. It's just that you got to understand, I've been doing this for 6 years. I first bought Bitcoin for like $6,500. So, considering that, and I've just been holding, it shouldn't be a surprise, right? And so I'm in profit with some of my oldest holdings, whereas the stuff I bought more recently, for a lot of it, maybe even most of it, I'm down. But you see, for the first few years I was in crypto, all of my older holdings like Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, you name it, I was mostly down, but that's because we hadn't had another cycle yet. So it should be no surprise that I'm down on my more recent holdings, the stuff I purchased over the last, say, 2 or 3 years. A lot of that is down. That doesn't scare me. It doesn't matter. I'm waiting for another boost up. I'm waiting for the next leg up. It doesn't matter. I don't give a damn about that. That don't scare me in the least bit here. All that to say, I didn't buy more XRP. I haven't bought XRP in over 3 years because I went absolutely ballistic with it. Like, I went bananas with my XRP purchasing, and I decided years ago, if I did not stop, I needed to seek up like with some sort of professional that would like make it impossible for me. I need to commit myself somewhere in a facility where I would not be allowed to purchase more XRP. So I did make that decision, and I'm proud to say I've kicked the habit. I've kicked the habit. I was buying XRP for years, and then I capped it off with some really, what to me subjectively I'd say would be larger purchases, and I've kicked the habits. That's good. I'm clean. I haven't purchased XRP in a few years. Right? I got a lot of it though. Subjectively, I say. I'm sure many of you listening have more than me. It's subjective. Just don't read too much into this. I'm intentionally being vague because it's personal. I'm not going to ask how much money you have in the bank. I'm not going to ask your net worth. You know what I mean? But I still want to be able to talk about this and give some sort of context. So here's what I purchased since roughly mid October. I did buy more Bitcoin, and I talked about that on the channel previously. I am not excited about Bitcoin. It's not going to be life-changing wealth, but that's just me looking at this stupid amount of cash I shouldn't have. It's more than is reasonable. It's way more than I need to have in a checking account for a rainy day. I realize like it's irresponsible to have this particular dollar amount of cash. It needs to be put to work. And so I just thought, whatever, just diversify. It's fine. Hadn't bought Bitcoin in forever. It leads the market. I can take it out first. So I was like, whatever. I'm just going to do it. I didn't think I'd do it, but whatever. It's just got to get applied somewhere. I got to get rid of this damn cash. This stupid money that keeps getting debased by the United States government. Got to get rid of that crap. It's the United States dollar. It's an S-word coin, right? That's what that is. So I did it. I bought some. Okay. I also bought more H-bar. And I increased my holdings by 11% on that one. At H-bar, I have very good feelings about that for a lot of reasons. There's a reason it's my number 3 holding in terms of dollar value right now. I mean, if you just look at the major names and behind it, the actual real world utility, that's the reason I put it into what I have over the last few years that I've been buying it. It's actually being adopted. Some of the largest firms on the entire planet using it and supporting it, part of the DAO. And yup, happy to do so. We'll see what happens with it. There's no guarantees, and I could be wrong with anything that I purchased, but I feel very confident about that one in particular. Just because, again, I'm a utility guy. Like, I buy a lot of other stuff, or a lot of coins. I have bought a lot of coins. I hold about 30 different cryptocurrencies. But the ones where there's utility, or I'm more confident in the utility, those are the ones that I'm most interested in. Certainly. And so HBAR increased by 11% and roughly, and helped me to hit this I guess you could call it like a milestone for me in terms of total HBAR held. So that was kind of cool. And then I bought more Flare. I think I increased my holdings in Flare by about 45%, if memory serves, because that was just down substantially. I also bought more Algorand. I don't remember the percentages increase for the rest, but I bought more Algorand. I bought more Cardano for the first time in literally years. I also bought, and the next positions I tell you, these are ones that I just opened. So these are first-time purchases for me, all within roughly, again, the last, say, month or so. I bought VeChain for the first time. I bought Quant. I bought Polygon. I bought Polkadot. And this last one, you're allowed to make fun of me for, but I just did it because, again, I'm telling you the justification before I tell you the coin. Because I know that I deserve to get made fun of. That's fine. Or maybe I'll be accepted because some of you guys have done the same. Maybe I'll be like surprised and I'll be accepted. But again, the justification here is I don't give a damn. I need to get rid of these dollars. I already have way more crypto than I need. I'm ready for the next bull run. Where do I put this? And then understanding that the market does move in tandem, and it is a large cap coin, I'll just do it. I never thought I'd own this coin, but I did it. I bought my first meme coin ever. I bought Dogecoin. I have great shame. I have tremendous shame for this. I thought I'd never own this piece of crap. And look, I understand. It's like Elon Musk's all about it. It's in the top 10, right? Or isn't it right now? Yeah, it's number 10 right now. So I bought that literally today. And so you can make fun of me for that one. That's perfectly fine. But again, the way I'm looking at it is like, I got to put money somewhere. It's stupid. I didn't think I'd have this much time to purchase this much crypto. I need a tiny multiplier effect for it to be like I won the lottery. I'm just doing stuff. That's pretty much it. And my best justification, it's not in terms of utility for the coin, which is why it's a rare instance for me where it's just like I don't see the utility. There's a billion coins that can transact like it does. Why this one? I mean, even setting aside the Elon Musk stuff, it's just that the asset class moves in tandem, and I'm just going to see what happens. That's pretty much it. So maybe that's the biggest bonehead crypto purchase I've ever made. Time will tell. But and actually, since I personally don't have like a ton of confidence or anything about it, maybe I'll say it does start running. Maybe I'll sell most or all of it even before it hits an all-time high because it's be like, leave well enough alone. Maybe I'll have that attitude because I really don't care that I own it. I think it's stupid that I own it. STOOPID, stupid. Yeah, it's stupid that I own it. It's kind of funny though. Like, it is funny. What am I doing with my life, man? Like, what am I own Doge. Dog E-Coin. I own Dog E-Coin. Like, damn it. Everybody just unsubscribe. It's over. It's over. Moon Lambo's off the rails. He's buying the meme coin. Although I will say that's the only meme coin that I have ever purchased. Because, so here's the deal. Like, for me, it's all about the large cap stuff. And I know that's not the case for everybody listening. And that's fine. To each their own. A lot of people are way interested in the small cap coins because I understand there's a way greater opportunity for multiplier effect if one of these things hits. I totally get that. I understand the mentality. And you want to see the damn thing take off. And then you get like the 100-fold increase, 1,000% increase, thousands percent increase. I understand that. I take a different approach. Mine, in this highly risky asset class, my approach is much more conservative. I admit that. But even taking a conservative approach in crypto in 2023 can result in life-changing wealth. Like the amount of crypto I own, if you told me I'd have this 6 years ago, it would make my brain explode. So I'm very thrilled about that. But I'm taking, I think it's fair to argue, a more conservative approach. Like, think about the coins I just listed. They're all large cap coins, right? Or mid cap. I mean, you tell me where's the breakoff point in between what's mid cap and large cap? You guys tell me. I mean, one of the smaller cap coins I own is Flare, and that's still what place is that? Here, let me pull this up real quick. It's probably around 100 in market cap. Let's see if I can find it real quick here. But my point being, you know, I am not interested in the small cap coins. And again, I understand. If you hit it, you hit it, and you can just make an absolute killing. But there's a reason that the coins that are towards the top are there, including XRP. It's people have vetted these. There's a vote of confidence. Doesn't mean that they're going to be here a decade from now. I understand. There's a lot of stuff that goes in and out of the top 10, for instance, of crypto in terms of market cap. And then, you know, it never comes back once it falls out sometimes. I get that. But and here's Flare, yeah, 117. So that's 117 out of over 20,000 coins, and that's one of the smaller coins. So you can see the approach I'm taking is not the approach that everybody wants to take. But for me, what type of multiplier effect do I realistically need here? Nothing crazy. And I'm looking at even these large and mid-cap coins. Like, for most of what I just read off to you, most of them, if they just get back to their all-time highs, that's an insane amount of money for me. And I do believe, generally speaking, that the higher the ranking in terms of market cap, the more likely it is that it's not going to go to zero, at least before the next bull run. You know, because these are vetted. So for a lot of these, and you can look at the developer activity, and for coins where I'm not confident that there's great developer activity, because I do think that's an important factor, then, you know, maybe they don't see a new all-time high. They still would probably move in correlation. So they probably still pump, and maybe I sell a big chunk of them on the way up, and then I hold a little bit just to see if it does start to enter price discovery and hit a new all-time high. You know, there's stuff like that. I'm open on stuff like that. But I'm just saying, I'm taking in what is a completely wild asset class with endless opportunities for life-changing wealth. I'm more on the conservative side, but it's still way more risk than the typical humans willing to take on in life, investing in anything. So I'm still with the rest of you guys. Like in crypto, I would not be considered a degen, you know, a degenerate. But by anybody that's not in crypto, I'd still be considered that, right? So it's all about your frame of reference. It's subjectively, how do you look at this stuff here? So, look, I'll just say, people freaking out today, markets pulling back, it's not going to stay here forever. You know, even if we go a little bit lower, okay, fine, whatever. I just think that we go way, way higher in the future. Eventually, we do enter euphoria again, and I'm just going to be here for it. This asset class isn't going to go away. And I still firmly believe that what happens with the stock market, broadly speaking, that's good. Crypto is just going to follow that. And I don't think, even if the stock market goes down and that drags crypto down, I don't think that it stays down forever. I'd still just wait this out. And then I'll keep earning more money, and then I'll put more money in. Like that's my strategy. My strategy is literally I buy and then I do nothing. I just hold. I don't get in and out of positions. I just hold. And if it ends up being a bad decision that I bought something, like say my Doge goes to zero, okay. I hold about 30 different cryptocurrencies, and I put the most money in those cryptocurrencies that I think make the most sense and have the greatest opportunity for long-term viability. That's why XRP, that's why I put the most money in that. That is exactly why I'm doing that. That's why I've held XRP now for over 6 years. I swear in my life, I've never sold a single XRP. Now, I have every intention to. I have every intention of selling all of it. But not until we hit a new all-time high, and not until we enter price discovery. Then I'll start scaling out of my position. Absolutely. But there's just so much opportunity here. And so for me, what I've been purchasing here and everything I just cited, it's just icing on the cake. And so it was nice to open up some additional positions here. But again, they're higher ranked ones. Like you can see Polygon, that's number 15. Polkadot, that's number 16. I didn't own those until like the other day. In fact, well, actually, bad timing, I guess you could technically say, although I don't give a damn. I bought Polkadot yesterday before the price crash. Then today, I bought Polygon, and I bought Doge. I bought some more Quant, although I had bought Quant for the first time like however many weeks ago. I can't remember, a few weeks ago. So there's several that I bought today, but they're real dollar amounts. Like it's not nothing that I'm putting into them. It's something. And I'm just sitting there looking like, okay, well, the market moves in tandem. I get that. So that's a good enough justification. And again, there's been enough vetting from people. There's a reason that the cryptocurrencies are where they are, in terms of ranking. It's a vote of confidence. That's what it is. That's why XRP is where it is in terms of market cap. It's it's one of only 3 coins that has always been in the top 10 cryptos by market cap. And the other 2 are Bitcoin and ETH. That's it. And it's deserved. It should be there. XRP is incredible, right? I sleep easy knowing I hold as much XRP as I do. So when I see people freaking out about what happened today because of all the Binance and CZ stuff, I see they're afraid, they're selling, and I am purchasing their fear. I'm happy to do so because I have absolutely no fear. I have excitement over a situation like this. And I did the same thing in November, and now there's a much bigger opportunity because, man, prices crashed. That was the bottom of the bear market. So, man, and I talked about that then. I was like, guys, I have no fear. I'm just going to buy. Like, here's what I'm doing. Don't copy me, but here's what I'm doing. Here's why. Here's what I'm thinking. And so same thing here. Not as big of a dip. And the market's, at least the time I'm recording this, recovering a little bit. But, So all that to say, everything moving forward, the Binance thing, it'll be just, people forget about in like a few days or whatever, however long it takes, weeks, whatever it is. It'll just be just a moment in time, and you'll reference like, oh yeah, that's right, that did happen, and that CZ thing, and then life goes on, and crypto goes higher. You get an approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF. There's all sorts of stuff to be excited about. Things are going to go bonkers ultimately. So that's why I did what I did. I just thought I'd share some general thoughts on it because I think this type of stuff is fun to talk about, and I'd love to sit down and talk with you guys and just hear what you actually think about this stuff. But since this whole YouTube thing, it is a one-way type of conversation here. You can let me know in the comment section below, though. I would love to hear what your thought process is. And make sure that you make fun of me for owning Doge now because I'm an actual idiot. Whatever. I'm having fun with it, though. And plus, I'm sure a lot of you actually probably do own it. I mean, come on. It's number 10 in market cap. Just for the sake of diversifying, like even that, I suppose, is good enough justification. It's number 10 in market cap. And it's at 7.4 cents. And the all-time high was 73 cents. So you can imagine, even if it gets anywhere back up there, that's a substantial increase. So anyway, don't freak out. Because again, I can't tell you what to buy or sell. I don't want that type of responsibility. But I can tell you this: it just doesn't make sense to be fearful with the market going down. Although check this out. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, 62 out of 100. So even with this scary news today, You're still a bunch of greedy sons of bitches. Look at this, 62 out of 100, still in greed. Happy to see it. So anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap up here, though. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.